Hi there, it's me, PamVanEe, and I have a project, just an easy craft that I wanted to share with you. And this, I am collaborating with Stephanie with Coffee, Paper, Scissors. I'm going to put her link below in the description. And we've decided every Monday to have a craft for a while, a couple months. I think we're going to do it at least. And what is it going to be called? Craft with Pam and Stefani. And then we'll just do a hashtag like we're going to use every week, every Monday. We'll use something that we have, like this today, this Monday, we're going to use index cards. So it'll be hashtag index cards. And we're going to make journal cards with them. And it's just an easy craft, something simple that you can make with readily available things that we have. Like next week, we'll use napkins. And then we got another week of book pages, another week of music paper, etc., etc. So today, we're using index cards. And you have like your smaller ones, and you can use those. I've chosen to use, for this project, these 4x6 index cards. And you can get them anywhere. And what I did was I made a journal card, so you could turn it to the back and journal here. And I just used paper strips, like when I was making my project. So I just got some strips of paper, and I'll show you how I did it. Then I added a flower and some buttons here. And then I did also cut some strips, just really thin strips. And then you could use a Sharpie, with fine print or fine point. And I just made little dashes. So that's what I have. And then I'm going to use this journal card. The next journal I make will be the Tale of Peter Rabbit. So I thought I'd make a ephemera for that. So let's get going. We'll take our 4x6 index card. I'm going to turn it to the back. And then I'm just going to take, I just have, all these scraps. And I think I'll use this green maybe. And what else would be pretty? Get a little strip of brown. Maybe I'll do something like that. And then what I had done to make the bunny is I just cut out from the paper pack. You could cut out from a book page. I have these little books too. I could cut out an image too. I think what I'm going to be using will be, I think I'll use this. So I'll keep that. Okay. And you can use glue stick or glue. You know what? Since I know I'm going to use this image, I might want something with a little pink in it, which I have this. Okay. And maybe I'll switch it up. We'll see what I can do with this. Okay, so I'm just going to, just really easy. We're just, Stephanie and I are just trying to do a little easy craft. That'll only take maybe a short while to do. So I'm going to use a glue stick. And Just going to add it to various places on my index card. You can always trim up some things too. And maybe I'll go this way too. I don't want to cover up that too much. I think I'm going to just go this way here. And then I can just glue there. Then I'll be cutting the edges off. I'll just tear that for now. Yeah, I think I'll do something like that. And then there's just a little bit here. So I can probably put this little strip here. Like that. Just a little patchwork effect. I might just add some more glue here. Okay. Oh, I also use some buttons too for this project, and I need to find a little flower. Okay, what else would be pretty here? Let's see. I think I like that. Hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan. I'm going to be going outside after this, enjoying the sun, maybe read a book outside. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is just cut the overhang. Like that. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. Then what I did was that I went through. Do I want this color though, or do we want maybe this blue? There's this pale green too. I think I'm going to cut this in little tiny strips. I just do this first little mark here, along here, just a narrow strip. Like that. Oh, it's not even the right size, but that's okay. It went a little narrow. Okay, maybe one more just to make sure. Then I just took whatever this is, like a glaze pen, gel pen, and I'm going to, oh, that one was a little bit off, so let's use this one. Where are they all? I just did a bunch of them. Where are they all? Oh, here's one that's still in the cutter. I just took it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I want this to look whimsical, and yeah, that could be smaller. Little dashes. If you wanted to, you could do a little dot too. Okay, I could start and stop this, but I'm going to just keep going. This might be enough. Okay. Then I'm just going to go see what will look good. There's my example. So I think I want for sure this going this way. Yeah, I like that. Let's take this little strip. Now you could sew it too. I just like to be able to give it a little dimension, and I just like the look of it. So there's that one. And let's see. And I'll need that for what happened. How come it's smeared? Maybe I'll just use this part here. Well, I guess you better let the ink dry a bit. Might be the textured paper too. It just gives it a little more of a homemade look to it. Okay. Let's see, and then I think, and I want a little tab too, so should I use this as a little tab up here? I think I will. Just fold it over. And I'm going to add this as a little tab. So it's nice when you can use some of your scraps too. I can come back and trim. Okay, we'll stop in a minute so I can put some dashes on here. Okay, I finished with these little dashes, and I found a little butterfly. It matches that little aqua. So let's see where else we can add this too, and I have some little buttons in here. Yeah, I think we need to go across here. Like that. And then where we're going to put this little butterfly. And we'll have to do some buttons too. I think I'll put it at the apex of that right there. And I have my glue gun turned on, so let's add that there. Okay. And I think I need this here too, don't I? Yes. Okay, I've got my glue gun on and the strings are going everywhere. Hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend. If you're in the US. Okay, so that goes right here. So it gives it a little patchwork effect. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, let's see where, and I have like pre-made, you know, with the strings, buttons. Let's see what we have. That, got a bright pink one. And I need some real little ones. So that one. Okay, and I did put some thread, if I can find it. Okay, I finally got them strong. I don't have a weird thing about having the buttons have thread in them. Maybe someday I don't, but right now, that's how I like it. And it's so tiny. All right, so then, let's see here. How do I want them? Maybe like that. And a couple along here. I think I'll put that one there, and then I'm going to trim the paper. That there. Maybe it'd be easier if I go like that. And like that. I think this one will go this way. Okay, let's trim it up and see what we have, and we'll ink the edges too. So yeah, and then check out Stephanie's project using an index card to make a journal card. That was our goal. Everybody has their own way of doing things. So it's always fun to see. Okay, then I'm just going to turn off my hot glue gun. Ink. Okay, see what we have here. I think it turned out cute. So just using your scraps, you make a little patchwork. A little patchwork tag. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so we have 2 little patchwork tags, just using, like, look at all these that I have. All these trimmed off pieces from when I made my glue books. And a few little buttons. So I hope you will follow along or maybe get some inspiration and make a tag or a journal card. Actually, this is a journal card. That was our goal. Taking an index card. And hope you're inspired. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, I have an edit. I've decided after looking at it, it needs this right here. So I'm going to glue this. And then, yeah, sometimes you just look at it like, nope. It needs a little something, something. Should have added this. So we're going to do that. I like it better. Okay. It's better, right? Yes, it is. Okay.